In the top stories, a call for more research on medicinal marijuana, a mother appeals for her daughter to return home, and the semifinalists in primary schools football have been decided. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, June 16, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles. More research on the medicinal properties of marijuana and clear outlines on its use are needed before it is legalized or decriminalized in Barbados. This is the view of criminologist Yolande Ford and anti-doping advocate Dr. Adrian Lord, who spoke during a panel discussion at the Lesavon School yesterday evening. Ms. Ford said there was a need for extensive research and clinical trials, while Dr. Lord said there was not enough information about what dosage was necessary for the drug to be effective. Just last week, Jamaica's legislators approved an amendment of the Dangerous Drugs Act to facilitate the decriminalization of possession of small amounts of ganja. A Bankhall St. Michael mother is appealing for her teenage daughter to return home. Jessica Stewart said 18-year-old Aisha Clark, who is insulin dependent and asthmatic, left home at about 8 p.m. on Friday to attend a karaoke session in the city and did not return. Aisha is 5 feet 8 inches tall, of stout build and light brown complexion. She has short, straightened black hair and a round face. Each ear has been pierced 3 times. She has a tattoo of small dots on her left hand. At the time, she wore a black top, a multicolored short skirt, blue slippers, and a scarf of the American flag tied around her head. Her mother, who requested that her face be obscured during an exclusive interview with Nation News, says she just wants to know her daughter is safe.
All I need to know, because I know at that age how girls does be. Because I'm not the only household that having problems and issues with their children. If I need to know that she's okay, and she don't want to come back home, say something, call and say something, let me see her. If she want to come at home, yes, she's welcome, but she need to pull her act together, because, to be honest with you, Mr. Price, whenever she get into trouble, is the only person that is there is me.
Minister of Industry Donville Innes favors efforts aimed at gender equality, but he says he is not for setting a quota for female members of Parliament. Speaking at a conference on gender mainstreaming in Caribbean trade policies and programs at the Caribbean Development Bank, Mr. Innes said a quota system based on gender in any form of political or economic endeavor is a recipe for social dislocation. The minister noted that while some argue for a female quota in Parliament, others felt that equality was so well entrenched there was no need to discuss the matter. A 23-year-old woman who is 3 months pregnant was shot yesterday after one of the latest episodes in a spate of shootings that have been affecting the Ivy St. Michael community. Crystal Cottle, the mother of 4, who just last month publicly appealed to the culprits to stop, says she was asleep with 2 of her children when the shots were fired just after 1:45 a.m. She recalled making attempts to protect the children before realizing she had been shot. 2 Canadian citizens who have been resident in Barbados for the last 12 years will appear before the District E Magistrates Court tomorrow. They were remanded to Her Majesty's Prison Dawes on Saturday on theft and money laundering charges worth nearly $10 million. Barry and Barbara Dueck of Coral Cliff, Maynard St. Peter, are jointly charged for the theft of more than $5 million belonging to Jean DeLanges and more than $4 million belonging to Robert Richardson of Royal Westmoreland, St. James. Barry also faces 5 other charges, including carrying on an international financial service without a license and working as a trader in securities without being registered with the Financial Services Commission. The Concorde experience provided a unique opportunity today for over 100 British travel agents, along with several local businesses. And from the look and sound of things, it was a huge success. The annual event, Gimme 5 and Fly, put on by the Barbados Tourism Authority and the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, received rave reviews from all the relevant stakeholders, especially the UK-based agents. Now in its 12th year, the initiative offers travel agents from the UK an opportunity to win a trip to Barbados if they make 5 bookings or more between January 1st and May 30th. Executive Vice President of the BHGA, Sue Springer, said the general consensus among the agents was that Barbados had a lot more to offer than what was being advertised. Several fathers in Barbados were treated with meals, gifts, and entertainment yesterday as they joined others across the globe in celebrating Father's Day. Hundreds of families enjoyed breakfast and lunch at various hotels and restaurants across the island as the men of the day enjoyed good entertainment, food, and company. In sport, Wesley Hall and George Lamin Primary will battle each other in the semifinals of primary schools football. Wesley Hall beat Bay Primary 2-1, while George Lamin overcame St. Martin's Mangrove 3-2 on penalty kicks today at the National Stadium. George Lamin and St. Martin Mangrove were tied 0-0 at the end of regulation time. Chris Long-Green scored in the first period of extra time for George Lamin, and Amari Griffith scored in the second to force penalties. In this other match, Wesley Hall skipper Kimar John broke the goalless deadlock with Bay Primary at the start of the second half, and he struck again 5 minutes before full time. Amir Gustav saved Bay Primary some pride, pulling back a goal with 2 minutes left on the clock. League leaders BDF and Weymouth Wales will clash in the final of the KFC Cup. Yesterday at the National Stadium, BDF dumped Notre Dame 4-0 with goals from Romario Harewood, Raheem Sargent, Mario Hart, and Che Lloyd. There was no revisiting the once epic battles between Wales and Paradise in the other match. It took 25 minutes before Carol Joseph fired the first salvo, forcing a save from Paradise keeper Jason Boxall. Jadia Clark put Wales ahead in the 45th minute. Needing an equalizer, Paradise kept pressing but could not find the nets. Wales also did not exploit the holes left at the back, and one goal proved enough to reach the final on June 29th. And finally, authorities in northwestern Pennsylvania say a woman who tried to rescue a cat from a tree ended up needing a rescue herself. The cat had been crying for a couple days, and Tara Dennis says she simply had to try to assist. So she scaled the fence, got on a roof, and climbed onto a branch to reach the animal. However, she got stuck on the way down, forcing a neighbor to call 911. Firefighters first assisted the cat, then helped the would-be rescuer. And that's Nation News for Monday. You can get your news, your time, your way in our daily papers on our website nationnews.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter.